The stadium buzzed with anticipation. Portugal U21 versus France U21, a clash loaded with future stars. The stakes were sky high. A win meant a giant leap toward the knockout rounds. Managers Rui Jorge and Thierry Henry paced the sidelines, fully aware of the pressure. Fans from both nations filled the stands, their flags creating a vibrant sea of color. This wasn't just about points. It was about pride and the promise of a new footballing generation. The atmosphere was electric, the kind that makes football unforgettable. Portugal and France have a storied rivalry, and tonight, their young talents would add a new chapter. João Neves and Mathys Tel, already stars at their clubs, were ready to shine on the international stage. The world was watching, expecting a classic. As the teams walked out, the noise was deafening, anthems sung with passion. The players' faces showed pride and determination. They were ready to give everything. This was more than a game. It was a test of skill and character. The stage was set for a thrilling night. The whistle was about to blow. Europe held its breath. Two giants, one pitch, and everything to play for. The next 90 minutes would reveal which side's young stars would rise. The energy was contagious, the tension palpable. The future of European football was on display. Let the battle begin. The match kicked off at a blistering pace, France eager to dictate play. Warren Zaire-Emery orchestrated quick passes, pushing Portugal back. But Portugal pressed high, refusing to give France any space. The first real chance came as Barcola sprinted down the left, crossing for Tel, whose header flashed just wide. Portugal responded instantly. João Neves won the ball, fed Gonçalo, who forced a sharp save from Restes. The crowd roared as both teams traded early blows. In midfield, Neves and Zaire-Emery battled fiercely, each driving their team forward. Tackles flew in, passes zipped across the pitch, neither side willing to concede control. For 20 minutes, it was a chess match. Every move met with a counter-move. The intensity was relentless, the quality clear. Both teams created chances, but the deadlock held. Every inch of the pitch was contested. The first goal felt like it would be decisive. The tension grew with every attack. This was top-level youth football at its best. The stage was set for a breakthrough. In the 28th minute, France struck with style. Lenny Yoro calmly played out from the back, finding Zaire-Emery in midfield. Zaire-Emery spotted Dou's run and threaded a perfect through ball, splitting the Portuguese defense. Dou, composed and clever, drew defenders before sliding a pass across goal. Mathys Tel arrived at the right moment, tapping in from close range. The French bench erupted, Tel celebrating with his teammates. It was a goal built on vision and teamwork. Portugal, stunned, had defended well until that moment. France's confidence soared, their passing sharper, their movement more fluid. Portugal needed to regroup quickly. The French fans sensed their team was in control. One moment of brilliance had changed the game. Portugal faced a new challenge, find a way back. The pressure was on. France looked to press their advantage. The match's intensity only increased. Portugal's response would define the next phase. The young French side had shown their class. Now it was Portugal's turn to answer. Portugal responded with determination, refusing to let the setback define them. The French goal sparked urgency. Portugal surged forward, fans roaring them on. 7 minutes after conceding, they struck back. Antonio Silva won the ball, feeding João Neves, who turned brilliantly and launched a pinpoint pass to Pedro Santos. Santos controlled expertly, raced down the wing, and whipped in a low cross. The French defense scrambled, but Gonçalo darted in, finishing clinically at the near post. The stadium erupted. Portugal were level. It was a goal of vision, pace, and precision. The match was wide open again. Both teams had shown their attacking quality. The energy in the stadium soared. The equalizer set up a thrilling end to the first half. Neither side was willing to back down. The momentum had shifted. Portugal's belief was restored. France regrouped, knowing they'd been punished for a lapse. The contest was perfectly balanced. The first half ended with everything to play for. The second half promised even more drama. Halftime brought tactical tweaks. Henry added Ugachukwu for French midfield steel, while Rui Jorge introduced Araujo for Portugal's attack. The changes were immediate. France tightened up defensively. Portugal gained a physical presence up front. The match became more tactical, each manager searching for an edge. Ugachukwu broke up attacks. Araujo held up play and brought wingers into action. The game's rhythm shifted, both sides probing for weaknesses. Fresh legs brought renewed energy. The next goal felt closer than ever. The second half saw both teams create golden chances, but the goalkeepers stole the show. Zaire Emery sent Barcola through, but Soares raced out, blocking the shot with his legs. Moments later, Portugal nearly scored from a corner. Antonio Silva's header was cleared off the line by Yoro. The tension was palpable. Every save celebrated like a goal. France won a dangerous free kick. Turkey's curling effort was acrobatically tipped over by Soares. The crowd erupted in applause for the stunning save. Not to be outdone, Restes denied Fonseca's powerful drive with a lightning-fast dive. Both keepers were in inspired form, refusing to be beaten. Defenders put bodies on the line, blocking shots and clearing danger. The match became a showcase of defensive grit and goalkeeping brilliance. Every attack was met with an equally heroic stop. The score remained level, but the drama only intensified. The fans sensed something special unfolding. Both teams pushed, but the keepers stood tall. The next breakthrough would require something extraordinary. The battle between the posts was unforgettable. The stage was set for a dramatic finish. In the 75th minute, Portugal found their moment. Araujo held up play, released Neves, who surged forward and picked out Santos with a perfect pass. Santos, calm under pressure, slotted past Restes. Portugal led for the first time. The Portuguese fans erupted, sensing victory, but France refused to surrender. Immediately they pressed forward, Henry urging them on. The response was swift. Cherki, full of skill, combined with Tel and fired a low shot. A deflection wrong-footed Soares, and the ball nestled in the net. French fans exploded with joy. 2-2 just minutes after falling behind. The match had turned on its head in moments. Both teams showed incredible spirit. The drama was relentless. Every attack felt like it could decide the game. The energy in the stadium was electric. The players pushed themselves to the limit. The lead had changed hands twice in minutes. The final minutes promised even more chaos. This was football at its most thrilling. The last 10 minutes were pure chaos, both teams desperate for a winner. The match became end-to-end, tactical plans abandoned for all-out attack. Barcola nearly won it for France, his cross met by Calimuendo's diving header, off the post and out. The stadium gasped, France inches from glory. Portugal answered in stoppage time, winning a corner. João Neves rose highest, his header destined for the top corner. Restes produced a miraculous save, clawing the ball away. The crowd erupted in disbelief at the heroics. The final whistle blew, players collapsed, utterly spent. Both teams had given everything. Fans rose in a standing ovation, recognizing the spectacle. The match was a showcase of skill, heart, and drama. Neither side could find the winner, but both had earned respect. It was a perfect advert for youth football. The draw felt fair. No one deserved to lose. The group remained wide open. The excitement for the next round only grew. This was a match to remember. This match was a showcase for Europe's brightest young talents. João Neves bossed midfield for Portugal, while Fonseca's goal and dribbling stood out. For France, Zaire Emery's composure and Tel's finishing shone. Both goalkeepers, Soares and Restes, delivered world-class saves. Defenders Silva and Yoro showed maturity beyond their years. The 2-2 draw leaves Group C wide open, every point now crucial. Both teams must fight for qualification in their final group games. The pressure is on, the stakes higher than ever. This match was more than a draw. It was a celebration of youth, skill, and passion. The next generation proved they're ready for the spotlight. Fans witnessed the future of European football. The drama isn't over. Group C will go down to the wire. Tonight's stars are tomorrow's superstars. What a game and what a tournament.